Today we continue our series on Dennis Nilsen. We'll recap his first murder back in 1978, then follow Dennis as he really ramps up his killings and his sexual perversion. We'll discuss several more of his murders, how he got off with the bodies, and what he did with them afterwards. Finally, did a slip-up with a university student lead to his downfall? We'll find out. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you enjoyed part 1 last week, stick around and buckle up. Tonight, we're going from 0 to 100. This is Necronomipod.
You told us just a few minutes ago, Ian, you had been doing some Pokemon card shopping the other day.
Yeah.
Did you end up buying anything?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah. I bought some of the new 151 set.
What does that mean?
There's 151 Pokemon in the first generation. So it's like a all new set, but
All right.
just off the new or the original Pokemon.
They're not worth with the original one because they're like
No, they're not.
later edition prints.
It's like a remastered version.
Yeah, like this set just came out a couple weeks ago.
Got it.
I did pull a $100 card though.
Wow.
Nice.
It's pretty pumped about that.
Instant equity.
Do you have Pokemon competitions now with people?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't play. I don't know how to play the game. I just want the cards.
Just want the cards.
Yeah. I have my binders.
Are they easier to like? Isn't that the?
I'm admitting a lot to people right now.
Isn't that the stuff that people were like stabbing each other over at Target and stuff?
People are getting in fistfights about it.
So has that calmed down then? Like you're able to easily just go buy Pokemon now?
In a safe environment with no fear of getting
Did you have
killed.
like TSA there, like checking you, patting you down before you walked in?
They sell out super fast.
So you got lucky with that, or did you know
I knew that they were going to sell out. I pre-ordered one of the things.
from the store, local store?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Would it make sense for us to hijack a truck of Pokemon cards? Like, is it profitable? I feel like we can pull off a heist.
I'll do a heist.
There's a lot of money to be made in Pokemon.
Mitch Romney had his binder of women. Ian's got his binder of Pokemon cards. I like it.
Did they limit it to how many you could buy?
Not at that store, no.
You could have recruited Dave and I if you needed us to each go get our own Pokemon box set. We could feel real cool for an afternoon, and then we'll just give them to Ian.
This is how sad it has gotten. So the dude that works there, I don't know if he listens to this show.
He's like, "What's up, Ian?"
At first, he didn't like me. He thought that I was. Most people don't like me at first. They think I'm an asshole to begin with.
You have what they call resting bitch face.
Yeah. He thought I was like a reseller. Like I didn't know anything about Pokemon, and I was like being a dickhead, just buying up and reselling. We've since gotten over that, and
Oh, that's nice.
he knows I'm just filling out binders.
You're like, "No, dude, I'm just an actual loser filling up binders. I'm the same as you, pal."
But he the other day he called me a top customer. The other day, yeah, I was allowed to pick up my box later on in the evening when nobody else was. So that's why
can't-
I got
That's the
going
only
on.
box he's going to be picking up, I'm sure.
There's certain times you can go pick up your box.
It's like a video game. Like there's certain dates that they come out. Yeah.
I just meant like if you had pre-ordered it, it's yours. It should just be sitting behind the counter until you're ready
rules.
to pick
I
it up.
wanted it the
rules.
day before.
Oh, I
it-
see.
Yeah, I was there the day before.
Top's customers get special exceptions.
Yeah.
I see. All right, well, good stuff. $100 card. Who was that? Was it Pikachu?
It was a Charizard.
That might be the only 2 Pokemon I can name. And I wouldn't even have thought of Charizard. Just now that you said it, it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Does this Pikachu have the black tip on his tail?
No.
I can't remember what the real thing
I
is.
swear to God, he did have a black
Nelson
tip on his
Mandela's
tail.
on the phone. He says there's no black tip.
That really blew my
These
mind.
are crazy. He said, and I did not die in the 80s. Assholes.
Well, okay. Ian's got his Pokemon box set.
All's right with the world.
Dave's got his whiskey.
I do.
Let's talk about some murder. There's a lot. This is like bullet point almost. Like boom, 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 boom.
It's murder.
Goddamn right.
Dennis goes, I think you said in your intro, Dave, 0 to 100.
Yeah.
He ramps it up. So where we left off on part 2, Dennis had committed his first murder when he killed 14-year-old Stephen Holmes, who Dennis later said that he thought was 17 years old, which was probably some of that underage guilt.
What's that? I never heard of no underage guilt.
Why is he fucking here? Why is he here?
Underage guilt. Never heard of her.
We didn't really expand on that murder in part 1. We just kind of left it at a breaking point.
So I'm going to save the good stuff for part 2, apparently. That's all right.
This episode is jam-packed.
So we'll expand on that murder now. On December 30th, 1978, Dennis went to Cricklewood Arms Pub to start one of his typical long nights of drinking when he came across Stephen Holmes. Like we said last week, Stephen was 14, so when he tried to buy beer, the bartender shut him down. Dennis told Stephen that he could come back to his place. Dennis had more than enough to drink at his flat, and they could listen to music. The two walked back to Dennis's flat and drank until they both passed out. Nothing sexual happened, and Dennis woke up the next morning before Stephen did.
Should the drinking age be 18? At least here?
Sure. I'm good with that.
I am too.
Everyone goes off
Sure.
to college when they're 17 and 18.
Right.
Everyone drinks.
And most people before that.
It's just silly.
Yeah.
And if you can join the army and the military at 18, you should be able to drink.
I agree.
It's 18 over there.
Right, but I'm just asking for us here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Kids get into trouble. They get to college. They don't know how to drink. They learn hard lessons. Need to practice beforehand.
But I don't know if changing it to 18 would make the difference.
Yeah, that's true.
But I just
16
feel like
maybe.
you shouldn't be going off to college and still like you have to wait till your junior year of college to start drinking. Like, come on.
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's not really practical.
No, I agree. All right, there's our social issue talk for the day.
Vote yes on issue 77.
Issue 18, let's call it.
Dennis laid there watching Stephen sleep, and at that point, Dennis decided to murder Stephen. He later said, quote, "I remember thinking that I wanted him to stay with me over the new year, whether he wanted to or not." Dennis grabbed a necktie, put it over Stephen's head, and choked him unconscious. Dennis then filled up a bucket with water and pushed Stephen's head in the water until Dennis was certain that he was dead. Dennis then pulled Stephen's body into the bathroom, hoisted him up onto the tub, and he washed Stephen's body, then carried him to bed, and then tucked him in with the blankets right up to Stephen's chin. Military style, like tucked him in the bed.
Creepy. I don't get the drowning part. Why not just strangle him and be done with it?
Maybe it's easier to drown him at that point. Like, you just got to hold his head under instead of like putting all that pressure.
I guess.
Maybe you don't want to bruise his neck as much if you're going to
leave him in
to it later.
pristine condition. All right.
But I don't think we see that moving forward. I think he tends to get maybe rougher with some of these people. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
just-
trying to think why you would do that.
Yeah, just on his first kill, I find it odd that you would stop and then switch to a different MO there like that. I don't know. It's unusual.
I think maybe it's a little bit of that, like how a lot of guys say it's a lot harder to kill people than they imagine. So maybe strangling him was too hard, and that was like the first thing he thought of was just to drown him.
That makes sense.
So remember Son of Sam, he stabbed someone and he thought like they would just fall over and die like in the movies. Like, no, that's not what happens, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. But it's go ahead. I'm sorry.
Even when like with strangling and stuff, like you just
feel like
get into
that-
basic true crime, people are like, yeah, it's way harder than I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be.
Have we ever talked about someone who's changed their method of murder in the middle of their first murder? Like someone like maybe strangling and they're like, oh, fuck this. Where's my gun?
Like, this is too much
Like, I don't
work.
care if this gets messy. I just need to get this over with.
I'm sure we have.
I don't recall it, but that would just be something interesting.
Yeah.
Dennis is also one of those guys that doesn't like the act of killing. He gets nothing out of
You said that last week. Yeah.
it. Just
He just wants the dead body.
yeah.
Like Jeffrey.
the ends justify the means or whatever.
Well, at least he doesn't like it. He has one redeeming quality. Does it because he has to do it.
He doesn't have to do it.
Remember that when we get to the end of this episode and you guys talk about how this guy has no redeeming qualities. He might have done the murders, but he didn't have to enjoy doing them.
Well, he
There's something to be said about that.
Death penalty? I don't think so. He did not enjoy the crime. He felt really bad doing it.
And he cooked for a lot of these guys too. You don't see that every day. That's a swell serial killer. He's gonna cook you a meal, let you watch TV, let you drink his rum before he kills you and jerks off on your corpse.
Look, people have been treated much worse.
They certainly have.
Dennis sat there for a while staring at Steven, thinking about what his next move was going to be, because he knew himself that he couldn't keep Steven's body there forever. So Dennis walked to a nearby store and bought a large cooking pot and an electric carving knife. When he got back to his flat, Dennis climbed in bed with Steven and was intent on having sex with his corpse, but Dennis lost his erection when he felt that Steven's body wasn't warm anymore. Very similar to Dahmer. They just want a body that won't move, won't, talk.
Yeah.
I feel like there's good opportunity for like a private label Blue Chew Necro formula. Keeps you hard when the body's
Not
cold.
or when the body is too.
Come on. Some of our listeners would be buying that. Come on. There's at least a couple out there.
How are
Don't kid yourself.
blow-up doll companies not capitalizing on this?
There you go.
Save a life, buy our blow-up doll. Won't talk back. Can move however you want it.
It'd be interesting.
Good marketing campaign.
We'll even send it to you, and it's like one of those glow sticks you can snap and then it lights up. When you get the body, the blow-up doll, you can snap it, and then rigor mortis will kick in a day later, and then it'll start to turn colors and get cold. It does the whole act of a dead body. Hey, if that saves one life, is it not worth it? Vote yes on issue 69.
I've seen that brought up before, real dolls, how realistic they are. Would that curb some of this a bit for some of these guys?
The guys who don't get off on the murder.
Yeah.
Could that?
Yeah. It's the same argument for fake digitized kiddie porn. It's not real. What law are they really breaking and who are they harming? Should we let them have that? Because maybe it stops them from
cartoon type stuff or
just faked kiddie porn.
AI stuff.
Oh, I'm sure that'll be a thing now. Yeah.
Michael Jackson did his. Remember, he taped pictures over, and he taped kids' pictures over a Sears fucking magazine.
I forgot about that. Who was it?
It was so creepy.
Just don't even talk to him and he'll go away. Was it Epstein that had their pictures all over the walls?
Yeah, he had young
the
girls.
Polaroids all over?
I don't framed art type photos.
Yeah, I don't think they were just straight up digital photos.
That's what I mean,
girls.
but they were actual photos of the women that he just had up on his walls.
Mm-hmm.
Old egg dick.
14-year-old girls and shit.
Oh, see, everybody does it.
Everybody does it. Jesus.
Ain't the only one. There's Neverland.
Was he? Did we ever talk about Michael Jackson involved with Epstein? Was there ever any connection with that?
I don't think so. They ran in different circles.
They had different pedophilia circles. Oh, God.
Epstein Island would never mix with Neverland. Neverland.
Like a civil war between the pedos.
I just read Ghislaine's going to release some high-profile client names, I think I just read.
All right.
8, to be exact.
To get out? Is she doing this for a reason?
Didn't say. Maybe just to be vindictive. Not sure. More to come.
Are they expecting some spicy names?
Don't know. I just read headlines.
Do you think it'll be as spicy as Britney Spears' new book?
Is it spicy? Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah, Justin
don't even get me started on that dipshit. I'm going to have to challenge him to a duel, I think. And then it came out that she had some kind of crazy sex with Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
I need to read about that. I've had that in my Amazon cart multiple times. And I'm like, should I do it? Should I buy it? Because it just came out, as we're recording this yesterday, it was released.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah, this was 24th. Today's the 25th.
Yesterday was release day. I got my new Jack Reacher book yesterday, so that sounds right.
So it was release day. Wonder how they'll do in sales. The new Jack Reacher versus Britney Spears memoir. I'll tell you right now, you're gonna feel bad about the book you bought.
Mine will be a #1 bestseller.
So will Britney's.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, for sure it will be. It just might not last very long. I think I'm gonna get it and read it though. My fear is actually that all the spicy parts have already come out in the news, and like the rest is just going to be boring. Like, growing up in Louisiana, I dreamed of being a pop star. I just couldn't wait to sing songs. And I'm like, all right, can you just talk about sucking Colin Farrell's dick now? So I want to hear all about it.
I think your fear is you fancy yourself a literary buff and you don't want that trash on your bookshelf. That's what I think.
Dave, I have an entire shelf on my book, or an entire shelf of books of like pro wrestling autobiographies. Motley Crue's The Dirt.
You make a good point.
Gene
That's
Simmons
right.
and Paul Stanley's books. Brittany would be just fine in that. It's the bottom shelf behind my recliner, so you can't see it, and that is well.
It won't make
thought
it
out.
in any photos of your office.
No, or like you would have to zoom in, and it would still be blurry. You wouldn't be able to tell. But no, I am not opposed to putting it on the bookshelf.
All right, fair enough.
Just wouldn't flaunt it. All right, I'll buy it. You guys have convinced me
Do it
for the good of the show.
So Steven had started to turn blue and was cold to the touch. Dennis was disappointed and rolled Steven off of the bed, covered him with a blanket, and then went to sleep. It's just a crazy mindset to be able to just go to sleep after this.
Yeah, just like roll over and sleep.
I just try to picture what the scene would be like if you were watching, I don't know, a closed circuit camera recording of these events. It's just hard to imagine that this actually happened, you know?
Yeah.
Like putting yourself in that room and first the murder, and he tucks him in the bed, and he's trying to get a hard on, and he just rolls him out of bed and goes to sleep. It's unimaginable that you go, I'm sleepy. I'm gonna go to bed now with the corpse on the floor next to me.
I'm not even sure I could go to sleep in a room where I know a person had died 50 years ago.
Yeah,
I would have
weird,
trouble
right?
with that, let alone I killed him. I'm laying now in the spot where his body was. Oh, and the body's still right next to me on the floor.
I don't know. I don't know how someone can do that.
When Dennis woke up the following day, he made some food and watched TV, still contemplating what exactly he was going to do with Steven's body. He had bought the electric knife the night before, but he wasn't sold on that method of disposal.
What the fuck are you gonna do with an electric knife? Bone saw, motherfucker. Electric knives for carving your turkey on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't think he was going to get very far with that.
Electric knife.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that the first time.
So instead of trying to use the knife, Dennis tried to put Steven under the floorboards of his flat. But he ran into another issue. Rigor mortis had set in, and Dennis couldn't fit Steven down there. So he dragged the body, and since it was so stiff, he leaned it up against the wall. Went to bed. That was it.
Jesus. Well, they call it a stiff for a reason, you know.
The following day, the limbs had loosened up a bit, and Dennis was able to push him down under the floorboards.
Jeez.
Dennis laid in bed at night, fantasizing about Steven under his floorboards. He did this for a week, which that's another mind. Like, I really tried to put myself in Dennis's head when I was reading the book and writing this and stuff. I don't know how you just lay there awake at night. You're like, you know, this body is under the floorboards right next to you, and you're just picturing it and
He's just staring at that spot in the floor, salivating.
or
Have
like
you read
staring up at the
Telltale Heart?
ceiling, just dreaming about it.
Have you read Telltale Heart?
No.
Yeah.
Read it. It's exactly about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like the person who killed them and put them onto the floor like starts like imagining this person's alive and watching them and talking to them and coming back to get them through the floorboards.
Okay.
It's really good. It's just a short story, but you should check that out.
That's a good analogy.
Britney Spears book purchased. By the way, Dave, according to Amazon, it is the #1 best-selling book currently.
Is that right?
Again, I give it to the end of the month, but still, let her have her moment. It's Britney, bitch.
So Dennis did this for about a week before he gave into his urges and then pulled Steven out. Dennis was happy to see that decomposition hadn't really set in. So he took Steven's body back to the bathroom and washed it again. Afterwards, Dennis masturbated over the body, then hung Stephen by his ankles upside down from the ceiling. Dennis went to bed that night, saying that he realized that there was no coming back from what he had been doing for about the past week.
So he never, like, fucks the bodies. It's more just, like, either humping them or jerking off on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the morning when he woke up, Dennis doubled down and masturbated on Stephen's body while it was still hanging upside down.
It was the best and most poweringest cum I ever felt.
Is that live audio we got from him? It's weird. It's weird he has an American accent.
I think it might be. He's trying to disguise his voice.
Oh, and that's the best voice I could find. I don't know how anyone could hear that voice. Makes me want to rip my ears off.
That's another instance of Dennis going to sleep with all this going on. He's got the body hanging
Just
upside
hanging
down.
from the ceiling.
Just went to sleep like, I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that was a successful day. Now for a hard night's sleep.
Like, do you wake up in the middle of the night and forget where you're at for a second and there's a corpse hanging upside
jeez.
down in your room?
That's fucked up.
I just must live in a different world than some people. I just don't know how that's possible.
Well, I don't think it's just you living in that world, pal. I think most of us are in your world, and it's a very few select people that are in this fantasy
Yes,
world where they can
man.
do this shit. I just like to remind everyone he did not enjoy killing.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding us.
He probably didn't even see Stephen as a real person anymore at this point. It was just,
An object.
yeah,
That's fair.
I would assume.
Yeah. No death penalty for him. Mike's rules apply.
I think that's a fair statement.
Dennis quit going out to bars. Last week we said that he was having one-night stands with guys and getting blackout drunk every night. But now since Dennis had Stephen, he didn't need to do that stuff. Dennis would keep Stephen under the floorboards and bring him out for sexual purposes, then put him back under. This went on until August 10th, 1979. Stephen's body had significantly decomposed by this point, and logistically it wasn't working anymore.
That's 8 months later. Significantly, I
crazy.
think is probably an understatement. What does that body look like?
And he's probably been using this all the time, right? If he's not going out to the bars.
Yeah.
Jesus. Like, does he come home from work and he's like, Steven coming out tonight?
He probably walks in the door. He's like, I smell you, Steven.
Oh, my God. I can't even imagine that smell.
Yeah, he said that he would put like deodorant bars down there. I don't know what a deodorant bar means exactly.
Oh,
but
my God.
like if it's for real, just deodorant he just throws down in there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's their
8
version
months.
of like an air freshener or something.
8 months is a long fucking time. Man.
8
very
days
long time.
would be a long time.
Yeah. All right. Please continue.
I guess. Continue if you want.
We also talked last week that Dennis had negotiated with the landlord to have sole access to the garden in the back of the property. There was a privacy fence around the property, and the nearest neighbor didn't really come outside much. However, to be safe, Dennis started having casual bonfires out back so that when he burned Stephen's body, it wouldn't be weird that he was just randomly having a fire. After about a week or so of having nightly fires without being questioned, Dennis dismembered Stephen's body, placing the parts in separate garbage bags, then went out back and burned them.
Like, how big is this fire? Like, I always thought it had to be about 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit to burn a body.
A huge fire,
It has to be.
a
and it's gotta be
massive
hot.
bonfire that should have raised questions, you would think, but no one gave a shit.
Like, I think we posted a picture of this house as a teaser pic last week, and it's a city block. He's not on an estate out in the countryside somewhere. Like-
Unless that went back further, though, like the property, that he was just away from the house and people just didn't
I guess
mind it.
maybe, but just having a bonfire that size in a neighborhood like that seems odd.
He talked about how every once in a while when he was doing these fires like this, that kids, like neighborhood kids, would walk up and want to hang out, and he would tell them to get the fuck out of there. So, it wasn't like it was a remote thing that he was doing. There were people that saw him burning.
Yeah.
Do we know what people like thought of him, like neighbors and stuff? Like, I know he's kind of a drunk, but he's also very shy because he's trying to hide his homosexuality. Like, did people look at him as like, oh, there's that weirdo? Or is he just like, oh, that's the quiet guy who lives over there?
The quiet guy who lives over there.
Yeah.
And
Minds his business.
in the whole time,
Maybe they didn't care then. They're like, he doesn't bother anybody. He just likes his garden.
and he's at his job now where he's at the job center where finding unemployed people work. Everybody at work liked him. They knew he was quiet, but they didn't have any issues with him.
I wonder if people thought he was just barbecuing. Like, it smells. That smells. That generates a smell.
Yeah, you would think so.
Like burning
Do you
flesh.
Yeah.
If it was so decomposed, would it smell just as bad, worse, or the same as like what we would think of?
That's a good question.
A lot of
Barbecuing rotted meat?
So a lot of what he was burning it was flesh, but a lot of it was bone. This is gruesome, but the internal organs, he had those in separate plastic bags and pushed those through the fence so that animals would eat them, like raccoons or whatever is out there.
Wow.
So he didn't burn everything. He had animals eating some of it.
He must have did a good job and got rid of everything and just turned ash. Not like that fuckwit Stephen Avery who had left bone fragments when he killed and burned that girl.
He left the fucking cell phone in there too.
Every time you guys bring that shit up, that's the Making a Murderer. Do you know how many requests we get to fucking cover that show?
We'll get to it someday.
People want to hear your shitty opinions on that one. I'm just kidding. I don't.
He's
I don't know.
100% guilty. There's your show. Without a doubt, guilty.
And again,
it's exactly
he's
where he
the
should
main
be.
character. His brother, who might have been intellectually disabled,
Nephew.
who's like the wrestling fan,
Yeah.
was also probably guilty, but Steven might have forced him to kind of do it. Or do we just wait till we do the episode?
We can hold off judgment on Brandon, the nephew.
Okay. I'll have to watch it, I guess, before we do that show. How many episodes is it?
7 or
Too many. That's how many.
That's a commitment.
Too many. There's a new one out.
Then they did like a sequel to it, right?
Well, there were 2 of the original ones, but now there's a counterpoint one out that shows you actually how guilty he was and focuses on a lot of the stuff.
Did you watch that one?
I have not.
So we'll have to, maybe I'll watch both before we ever actually do that show.
Yeah.
I wonder if our listeners know that, because they all a lot of them seem to disagree with you guys.
Wow.
But you guys said that
They're wrong.
Making the Murderer was very biased and it showed you half the story.
I believe it did, yeah. Based on my extensive research after the
so
fact.
you don't even know that. You're just assuming that it showed half the story.
No, it left out
okay.
a lot of stuff that was very pertinent to the case, yes.
Okay.
A lot.
I have a feeling I will end up agreeing with you guys. I'm just going to wait to watch it till we're going to do the show.
Sorry I brought that up again. It just reminded me of that.
Inbox is already clicking. I can hear it right now.
The other thing Dennis would do a lot when he had these fires is he would get a metal rake, and he would really go through the ashes and make sure that bones were gone.
Smart.
He had it thought out.
How long does that take? How long does it take to burn bone? Like, is he out there all night long?
Couple hours at least, I think.
Yeah.
At a very high temperature. Like crematoriums are hour and a half, 2 hours at 1800 degrees, I think. Maybe it's 5 seconds. I don't know. I think I read that somewhere.
Dennis went back to life as normal after Stephen's remains were gone, which life was normal for Dennis for about 2 months until his fantasies took over again. On October 11th, 1979, Dennis was out drinking at the bar when he met a Chinese transfer college student named Andrew Ho. The two hit it off, and Dennis invited Andrew back to his flat. Once they got there, Andrew threw out the suggestion that they do some bondage stuff. Andrew said that he was into it and asked Dennis what he thought about it. For some reason, Dennis got cold feet and told Andrew that he wasn't interested in anything sexual. He just wanted company.
Platonic, baby. Platonic.
Andrew pushed further, and Dennis agreed. Dennis tied Andrew's ankles together and then put a necktie around his neck. Dennis pulled back super hard, like killing hard, not fun, bondage, which caused Andrew to start screaming. Dennis let go, and Andrew ran out the door and straight to the police. However, Andrew got second thoughts due to embarrassment, and he backpedaled on pressing charges, and nothing came of the incident. Because remember, too, we talked about how homosexuality was illegal.
Yeah.
So, pressing charges as a man sexually assaulted by another man.
Not going to get very far.
Yeah.
Or much sympathy with the authorities.
You're going to get made fun of.
Sure.
And we'll see that later on in this episode.
So I don't think Dennis can get involved in bondage because he doesn't know. Like, he doesn't know when to stop. Like, he can't play choke somebody. He's going to tear their fucking head off. Right?
It's not
He's like,
something
oh,
game
I know
he
what
should be
this
playing.
is.
Yeah, right.
That's not, he can't. He's got to stay away from that.
Dennis he doesn't know what the safe word is.
That's right.
He doesn't know that concept.
Safe word.
Have you heard some of our listener sex stories? I don't think some of our listeners know what safe words are. Patreon.com/necronomapod.
On December 3rd, 1979, so a little less than 2 months later, Dennis met 23-year-old Kenneth Ockenden at a pub. This was the middle of the afternoon. Dennis had a hard day at work and was like, fuck it, I'm leaving early to go drink.
Not that hard of a day at work.
Sounds like a perfect day at work. We're really honest about things.
Dennis and Kenneth hit it off, and Kenneth was kind of on the same path that day. He was planning to drink well into the night. At some point, Dennis said, we should go back to my place for a bit. I'll make us some food, and then we can go back out to the bars.
Fish and chips at the pub, man. Why are you leaving? It's the best.
Sounds pretty damn
Come
good.
on. Sucker move.
So they walked back to Dennis's flat. He made food. And as they were hanging out, the two decided to just get a bunch of beer and some liquor from the corner store and just drink at Dennis's flat. They drank the rest of the night and listened to music, which a lot of that was done through headphones. I'm very guilty of listening to music through headphones and kind of being an elitist. I'm not really making fun of.
Isn't it elitist, or are you just polite and you don't want to make everyone else listen to what you're listening to?
Oh, he's an elitist for sure.
Okay.
Dennis is an elitist.
Like if we were in the
yeah.
same room and you put on headphones, listen to music, I'm like, oh, I appreciate it. That's a swell guy.
Well, yeah, like when you're with strangers.
But like,
But if you're just sitting by yourself and you're just listening to headphones.
is that elitist? I guess I never thought about it. I just see it as, oh, you can put it a lot louder if it's right there in your ears.
Dennis is doing the thing where he's listening to vinyl with headphones, and you don't get the same experience if you listen to it any other way.
So he's thinking you have to listen to it this way. Hoity-toity, this is how you do it. Pinkies out type
Right.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck people like that.
Yeah, Dennis is doing that kind of stuff.
Is that how it is? You have that premium Apple music thing, right? But you said the sound is incredible.
I love that. The Dolby.
The lossless audio.
Yeah.
Or what do they call it on Apple? The spatial.
Yeah, the Dolby Atmos.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really...
Is that when they
That's
come in
really
your
cool.
ears? Like it's not a facial, it's a spatial.
Sounds like it.
The lossless, though, is sweet, too. But you have to have wired headphones for that. So while Kenneth was listening to music with headphones on, Dennis came from behind and wrapped the cord around his neck and strangled Kenneth to death. This was a really chaotic scene. Number one, from what we've talked about on the show and talked about earlier, it's really hard to strangle someone. So this took a minute, and it was a significant struggle to kill Kenneth with headphones. Number two, Dennis's dog Bleep was barking like crazy during all of this.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Well, there we go.
It'd be awesome if he barked like that.
He didn't untie it and drown him. So there you go. I went through the full strangle this time.
He's learning.
Yeah.
Learning the craft.
Once Kenneth was dead, Dennis took Bleep for a walk to calm him down.
Oh, bleep, 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 bleep. Yeah, it worked.
Like how that faded out. Bleep, 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 bleep.
He's calm now, Bleep. He's all fucking worked up. He's witnessing
The only
a murder.
noise Bleep makes is bleep, 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 bleep.
Could you imagine the shit that Bleep witnessed? Because he was right there for all this stuff.
Tell us what you saw, Bleep. Bleep, 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 bleep.
They should have brought in the people who used to listen to Lassie. Lassie could talk to them, right? Maybe they can understand Bleep.
The Bleep Whisperer.
Yeah.
Once they got back after this walk, which was about 15 minutes, Dennis sat down, poured himself a glass of rum, and put on his headphones to listen to the music that Kenneth had been listening to. Once the record was done, Dennis pulled Kenneth into the bathroom, washed his body, and tucked him into bed, and then fell asleep next to him. Dennis wearing like a nightcap.
It's funny you said that because I thought about that earlier when we were talking about him tucking in Stephen, was it the first victim?
Yeah.
Like, I always thought that was the coolest thing for cartoons. They'd have those big nightgowns with the sleeping cap. And I was like, I want one of those.
Like Dennis probably wore PJs, like the button-up ones and stuff.
100%.
Fucking dork. Gotta sleep naked like a real man. I can't sleep naked.
That's not very comfortable.
I lied to make myself look cool there.
No, yeah. T-shirt for sure. I can't even sleep with without my shirt on.
T-shirt and shorts. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Boll & Branch sheets.
Well, excuse me. They didn't come with Boll & Brand, what is it? Boll & Branch?
Boll & Branch.
Boll &
Used by
Branch.
5 former presidents.
Yeah. They didn't come with Boll & Branch pajamas that like go with the sheets?
They did not, no.
You got ripped off, pal. As much as you paid for those things. They should have came with some pajamas.
Mike, look, 5 former presidents sleep on Boll & Branch sheets, allegedly.
Probably Republicans. I'm kidding.
The following morning, Dennis stuffed Kenneth's body into a cupboard and went to work. After work, Dennis stopped at the store and bought a Polaroid camera. When he got home, he pulled Kenneth out from the cupboard and dressed.
He's in the cupboard?
Yeah, it's like a...
That's what I like. Like cupboards are very like short. Like you have to like bend him in around the.
It's bigger. It's like a mix between a wardrobe, like a standing wardrobe, and a cupboard.
I like thinking it my way better. It's just kind of funny.
like a kitchen, like just
yeah,
a
like
small
kitchen
thing.
cupboards, but like they're like all connected in the back.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
he's just like in there with like the box of Chex Mix.
He's looking for sugar. He's opening it. Nope, that's his head. Nope, that's his feet. Like the Indian in the cupboard fit, but he was like 12 inches tall. I don't think this guy's gonna fit in there.
I think I did read that book as a kid, but the one that was based on the movie they made, the kids movie, like early '90s maybe. Midnight. Anyways, doesn't matter.
So Dennis pulled him out, dressed Kenneth's body in a tank top, underwear, and socks, and then sat him down in a chair. Dennis posed Kenneth's body in various positions, taking Polaroid pictures of him while talking to Kenneth like he was still alive.
Weekend at Bernie shit going on here. Right. What the fuck?
Dennis then grabbed Kenneth's body, got on the bed, and pulled it on top of him. So Kenneth's body is on top of Dennis. Dennis is face to face, talking to Kenneth. I don't know if he's dry humping him or pulling Kenneth up and down on him or what. But Dennis gets off and then put Kenneth under the floorboards. Something wrong here.
This is nightmare fucking fuel, man. Jesus Christ.
That's terrifying.
Oh my God.
Imagine being Bleep, like what that dog was witness
Bleep's
to.
head's like cocked to the side, looking at him with his ears down, like, what the fuck?
Bleep's like, of all the people that could have owned me, why am I here? Maybe I should run away.
Couldn't that drunk at
He's
the
like,
corner that kicked his dog in the head every day? Couldn't he have adopted me instead?
Bleep's like, I could run away. He's like, oh, but that sounds like a lot of work. I don't really want to go down all the steps. I'll just stay here. He's like, whatever. If he ever tries to fuck me, I'll bite him. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's a time of transition, a time of change. Summer is coming to an end and fall is here. With that comes new routines, changing weather, and yes, football season. Does the stress from any of this keep you up at night? Does your brain start talking the minute it touches your pillow? Do your thoughts start racing at inopportune times? Back to school routines can be difficult to manage. The cold weather can become a burden. Shorter, busier days can often cause us to question our choices and decision-making process. It turns out, one great way to make those racing thoughts go away is to talk through them. Therapy gives you a place to do that so you can get out of your negative cycle and find some mental and emotional peace. Therapy can be beneficial in helping us learn about ourselves, which in turn gives us the ability to calm our brain down and keep those racing thoughts in check. Therapy empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and with that extra confidence, nothing can hold you back. So, if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/necro today and get 10% off your first month. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/necro.
For weeks, Dennis would pull Kenneth's body out from under the floor and put him in the chair and watch TV with Kenneth like he was alive. Dennis tried to relive that first night with Kenneth. Like, he would put on the headphones and listen to the same music, but he said it disgusted him. Like, when you break up with somebody or something, you don't want to listen to those songs anymore like you shared with them. That's what was going on here, and Dennis smashed all those records.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight.
Maybe if he didn't kill him, they could hang out and watch TV every night. I mean, this is just not how it works, my friend.
That is also very interesting. Like, did he ever think about just having like a friend?
Yeah.
Or like having a relationship? I mean, I know he's afraid to have a relationship with another man, but he's DTF at least. Like, he's meeting these guys at bars and banging them.
Like, if you're nice to them, they might come back the next night and you could watch TV and they'd still be alive. They could talk back to you.
Which just makes me think, no, it's more just that fetish of he wants them dead with him. Right? Like, that was stronger than the loneliness or the need for a friendship.
With no opportunity to leave. Complete control over them.
Yeah.
That's like friendship and companionship on his terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything needs to be on his terms.
No.
On May 17th, 1980, Dennis was coming home from a work conference when he met 16-year-old Martin Duffy at a train station. Martin was from a troubled home, and he had some learning issues. Martin also had behavioral issues, and as a result, he regularly saw a psychologist. Martin didn't have much parental support, so the psychologist kind of took on that role a bit. The psychologist figured out that Martin was really good at cooking and paid for him to take a culinary course. Once Martin graduated that course, he received a set of chef knives engraved with his name. When Dennis Nilsen met him, Martin had those knives with him because he was headed to Birkenhead to inquire about a potential cooking job, but instead he ran into Dennis.
Boy, the randomness of life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of anybody you could talk to that day.
Jesus. Yeah. It's always amazing, just the randomness of things.
Think about that next time you go to the grocery store, folks. Enjoy your day.
It's exciting, too, though. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I want all of our listeners to think about this. One of you right now listening to this is probably a future episode of Necronomipod. Happy Sunday.
Always good with the uplifting thought, Mike.
That'll help downloads. That'll bring them in.
Martin fell for Dennis's offer of drinks and listening to music and agreed to go back to Dennis's flat. Martin passed out after drinking a couple beers, and once asleep, Dennis strangled the boy unconscious. Dennis pulled Martin over to the kitchen sink, filled it with water, and then pushed Martin's head in until he drowned.
No, back to that, huh?
It's a very odd way to kill someone.
I agree. Oh, I find that so strange.
Once Martin was dead, Dennis dragged his body to the bathroom where he washed the body. He then ran himself a bath. So Dennis ran himself a bath, got in, and did the same thing he did with Kenneth's body. Dennis pulled Martin's body on top of him and took a bath face to face with Martin on top of him.
Talk about a bath bomb, am I right? Holy fuck.
That's so gross.
I mean, don't you expel a lot of shit when you're dead, when you die?
Well, in all fairness, that's why he's bathing him.
Yes, that's fair.
Maybe just don't be in the tub with him.
Yeah, none of that's happening.
This is after.
It's a clean situation. Like, as clean as it can be, I guess.
All right.
Again, that's just the visual of that.
Exactly. It's hard for your fucking brain to imagine that scenario.
It doesn't seem real. It seems just like a made-up horror movie.
like a
type
horror
thing.
movie, right?
Yeah.
Afterwards, Dennis laid Martin's body on the bed, masturbated on it, and
Oh, God. Oh, it doesn't stop. That clip just goes.
That went on a little too long. There's something wrong here.
That was like 3 seconds longer than the average guy can last, right, guys? I'm pretty sure. That was really long. Ooh-wee.
I played it for 6 seconds.
He must have worn some numbing cream or something.
Dennis threw away all of Martin's belongings, but he kept the chef knives that had Martin's name on them.
Smart.
In August of 1980, William Sutherland, age 26, needed a job, so he went to the job center that Dennis worked at. It was towards the end of the day, so Dennis was like, you know what, let's go to the bar and keep talking about the employment options that I have for you. At the end of the night, Dennis said goodnight and headed home. William stopped Dennis and asked him for a place to stay. He was down on his luck and he didn't have anywhere to go, to which Dennis said yes. Once they got back to Dennis's flat, Dennis strangled William with his hands and then put him under the floorboards with Kenneth and Martin. Later on in August, Dennis pulled all 3 bodies out from under the floorboards and laid them out on his kitchen floor. Dennis stood over his victims, drinking glass after glass of rum, which I'd never heard of drinking just straight rum before. I didn't know that was a thing.
There's sipping rums.
Is there?
I don't love them.
If you're a pirate, that's what you do all day, every day.
Also that.
I just always think of like rum and Coke. Like you just mix it with stuff.
Or pina colada.
The sipping rums are definitely better than like the Captains and Sailor Jerry type stuff, but it's not. I always struggle with what I dislike more, that or tequila. I think I dislike rum more. Like if you were going to put a shot in front of me, I think I'd rather it be tequila.
That's a tough one. I'm
one
not
are-
real big on sipping rum. I don't know.
No, I'm not. I don't ever.
I don't like tequila, though.
And I would drink tequila like in a margarita more often than I would have a rum and Coke.
I would sip rum before tequila.
Oh, but I was talking about a shot. Like sipping, I would probably do rum over tequila.
Yeah.
But just a quick shot, I would do tequila, I think.
Dennis is like a raging alcoholic. Like
Sounds
we're
like
talking
it.
about like that size glass filled up.
It's a rocks glass is what Ian pointed at.
Not like
It's an audio show, Ian.
not a happy drinking or like a nervous, like just looking at these dead bodies and chugging rum.
You can't do it
in all
sober.
fairness, if I was in that situation, I'd probably be nonstop drunk.
I'd be streaming heroin into my veins all day, every day, if that's what I was up to.
I guess that was how it was. But he was a drunk before this, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure it ramped up even more, though, when he had to start coping with the fact that he was killing.
Yeah.
Right you are. Give me more rum.
It's an actual clip from a pirate.
Pirate drink.
So Dennis would, he would chug a glass of rum, masturbate over the bodies, chug more rum, do it again. It was just this back and forth.
Rinse and repeat, motherfucker.
The thought of just sipping rum in general makes me like instantly gag. Can't do it.
After he was done using Martin's knives, Dennis dismembered all 3 bodies. He boiled each of the heads to strip them down to the skull. Then he filled plastic bags and old suitcases with everything else. He did the internal organ thing again where he like put it out back for animals.
I mean, it's smart. I don't know.
Dennis stored all of this in the shed near his garden. He was so confident that no one would go in that shed, because part of the deal was the garden was his. He didn't lock the door. He just closed it and walked away.
Very brazen.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, a la our friend Jerry Brudos.
Yeah.
But don't you always have to account for, I don't know, strange occurrences that could happen? Like the police are chasing a criminal and he jumps your fence and someone stumbles upon it. It just seems dumb. Like regardless of whether no one goes in your shed or not, but why
we
would you
see
be
this
so
with-
sloppy?
We see this with everybody, though, right?
Yeah.
They just get cocky, untouchable.
So sloppy.
There has to be part of that, I think, at this point when you've been able to have 3 bodies in your floorboards for an extended period of time.
guess. And we said it before. You just feel untouchable after
Like
a
a
while.
year in, right? Like it's been a year, and he's able to just put these bodies in his floorboards, dig them up, fuck them, jerk off on them.
I guess to be fair, you're not really in your right mind. So maybe this is the least odd thing that he's doing is just leaving his shed unlocked, I guess. When you look at it that way. He's fucking a corpse for 8 months as it's rotting in his floorboards. So
There are bigger
it's the
fish to
least of his-
fry right now. Yeah. The first question I would ask him would certainly not be, why'd you leave the shed unlocked?
Exactly right. Well,
The next series of victims, Dennis we don't know the names of these victims. He could just, they were unidentified and he could only give some detail. So September of 1980, all that Dennis could remember about his 5th victim was that he was a tall Irish laborer with rough hands who wore an old suit, jacket, and shoes. Dennis estimated his height to be between 5 feet 9 inches and 5 feet 10 inches, and his age was somewhere between 27 and 30. He had met this victim at the Cricklewood Arms Pub. It's like a favorite spot of Dennis's.
yeah, it sounds like it. How big was Dennis?
Dennis is a skinny guy.
He seems dainty. No one was ever able to overpower him. He doesn't seem like the toughest guy, and he's not.
He's always getting them drunk, though. And maybe the way, as much as he drinks, he's giving them the same. Because we're going to see some of these people are passing out pretty quick.
Is that what it is? They're always just passed out.
Maybe, and he
He's
just
never
takes advantage of that.
really overpowering them. They're always just.
They're slightly passed out. He just gets behind him and starts choking them.
That's fair.
By then, he's already got the advantage.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
October 1980, Dennis described this victim as a slender male sex worker, approximately 5 feet 10 inches, between 20 and 30 years old. He was of either Filipino or Mexican descent. Dennis met this victim at the Salisbury Arms Pub.
Kind of describe Mike until you got to the Filipino part. Slender male sex worker.
Well, that's not bad. It's been a long
Right?
time since someone called me slender. I'll take that. Sex worker, yes. Technically, I do get paid for my cucks across America.
See?
Can't argue that.
November of 1980, this victim was described by Dennis as being an English drifter in his 20s who he found sleeping in a doorway. According to Dennis, he was emaciated with pale skin and had several missing teeth. Dennis and the young man took a taxi to Dennis's flat, and the victim was strangled to death while he slept. Interesting detail about some of these unidentified ones is later on Dennis said he made some of them up, that he fantasized about them so much that he just
Tulpas.
like tricked himself. I think he's full of shit on that, but I don't know why he.
You think he's full of shit on saying that he made some of these up?
Yeah,
That he actually did do all of committed all these murders?
I think so. Yeah, it's
We'll
weird.
get into that later, I guess.
Yeah. On November 10th, 1980, Dennis was out drinking at the Golden Lion pub with a group of people that he knew from the gay bar scene when 26-year-old Douglas Stewart joined in on their conversation. Once closing time rolled around, Dennis suggested that everyone go back to his flat, but everyone was tired except for Douglas. Once they got back to Dennis's flat, they drank a solid amount of beer and listened to music. Eventually, Dennis got in bed and asked Douglas to join him, but Douglas said no and fell asleep in a chair. A couple hours later, Douglas woke up to being strangled by Dennis with a necktie.
Bet that's fun to wake up to. At least you woke up, right? Jeez.
Douglas was able to wrestle himself away from Dennis and fled the apartment to a payphone to call the police. The police arrived and talked to Dennis, but like in Dahmer's case, they chalked it up to a gay lovers fight that was funny to them because, you know, it was that immature mindset of gay guys are gross, laugh about it, and they just left and no investigation took place.
Could have stopped them there.
Yeah.
See you next week.
By December of 1980, Dennis had 3 unidentified victims under his floorboards and the bodies of William, Kenneth, and Martin dismembered in suitcases stored out in the shed by the garden. He decided that it was time to get rid of all the remains for good. It was starting to get overwhelming to him. Like, this was really piling up.
Tell me about it.
Using Martin's chef knives, Dennis dismembered the 3 unidentified victims and put everything in the plastic bags and then put all the bags back under the floorboards. When nightfall came, Dennis went out to the garden and started a fire. He put down wood, all of the remains, so the plastic bags, the suitcases, some more wood, and then 2 old tires. The thought was that burning the rubber would mask the smell of burning human remains, which it probably did a pretty good job.
Probably did, yeah.
There we go. See, now he's thinking. Using the old noggin.
Smart little trick. Except the whole neighborhood's going to be full of black smoke, though.
You would imagine somebody would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I would, if someone in my neighborhood was burning tires, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Environmental disaster!
Different times, different place.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it common in London to just burn tires? Are you allowed to do that?
I don't know.
I'm
Probably
guessing
not.
no.
But clearly nobody thought much of it.
That's a big black smoke fire when you burn tires.
Maybe he was cutting the tires up.
Just putting them in their pieces.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe he was doing a real smart.
I don't know. I mean, it's better than burning flesh smell, I guess, but...
Afterwards, Dennis went through the ashes with a metal rake to make sure that everything was 100% gone.
You hear that, Stephen Avery, you fuckwit?
And once he was in the clear, Dennis went and took a shower. From there, he walked to a pub, had a one-night stand with some random guy, and then went to sleep with a huge weight off his shoulders. Like, everything is good in the world.
Restart!
Yeah, that's right.
Looking good, feeling good, conquering the world tomorrow.
1 month later.
January of 1981. It's another unidentified victim. This was his 9th one. Dennis described him as a 18-year-old blue-eyed Scot with blonde hair who was wearing a green tracksuit.
Well, he's not unidentified. His name was Scott.
He met him at the Golden Lion pub in Soho, and he, for some reason, remembered specifically January 12th was the day that he dismembered this body.
Might have been on his calendar.
February 1981, another unidentified victim. Dennis couldn't remember much about this victim other than the fact that he was originally from Belfast, was slim, dark-haired, in his early 20s, approximately 5 feet 9 inches tall. He had met this victim somewhere in the West End after the pubs had closed. This victim was strangled with a necktie, and his body was put under the floorboards in Dennis's flat.
You know the pubs close at 11 in London?
Really?
Isn't that weird? Not early. Except for the after-hours places, but yeah.
Yeah. I guess I forgot that, but I now that you say that, I remember.
Yeah, everything shuts down early.
Well, they got to get a good sleep so they can wake up and drink for breakfast.
I guess that's right. That's what I did when I was there.
Right. It's probably pretty smart. You're not tempted to stay till 2 a.m.
That is really early.
It is, yeah.
Oh, they get their drinking in.
They do indeed.
They get their drinking in.
April of 1981, Dennis met his 11th victim, who he said was a muscular, young English skinhead, approximately 20 years old, at a food truck. Dennis lured him back to his flat with the promise of more food and alcohol, He said this guy had a black leather jacket on and a tattoo on his neck that said "cut here," and he was bragging about how tough he was and how he liked to fight. After strangling him with a necktie and dismembering him, Dennis hung this victim's torso in his bedroom for 24 hours before placing the torso with the rest of the body under the floorboards. Which that's a new twist on things. Just a dismembered torso hanging.
Yeah, that is something.
He's up in the ante again. I think back in 1981, was it there actual food trucks going around, or was this more of like a hot dog cart type thing?
This was, I can't remember the English term that this was, but when I Googled, it was like food stall, maybe. When I Googled it, it showed like food truck, or like when you're at a fair, and there's like
A little stand that kind of sets up there.
Yeah.
It's probably smart. Wait outside the pubs. 11 o'clock comes around. Everyone's coming out hungry.
Smart.
I'm pretty sure it was called a food stall.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna have to look that up.
Good investigatory.
Yeah, that's good work.
I try.
I like it. We have a very clear picture of it now.
That really glues the story
That's
together
right,
for
that's
me,
right.
at least.
Very important aspect.
Trying to think about where he met the skinhead.
At 7:30 a.m. on September 17th, 1981, Dennis left for work, but as he was walking out of his flat, he noticed 23-year-old Malcolm Barlow sitting against a wall down the street from Dennis's flat. Malcolm suffered from seizures and had been in and out of mental health facilities. And at the time, he resorted to sex work to make money. Dennis walked up and asked Malcolm if everything was all right, to which Malcolm replied that his seizure medication sometimes made him unable to walk, so he was just sitting down to regroup. Dennis helped Malcolm up and walked him back to his flat. He made Malcolm a cup of coffee and called the paramedics to come pick Malcolm up. The following day, Dennis came home from work to find Malcolm sitting by his front door. Dennis invited him in, where Dennis cooked them some food, and they watched TV. Dennis started drinking some rum, and Malcolm asked for some, but Dennis told him, it's going to fuck with your medication, so I'm not going to give you any.
That's nice of him. He's looking out for him.
Yeah, Dennis is just randomly
Yeah, good for Dennis.
doing the good thing.
Yeah.
Malcolm assured Dennis that he could have a couple drinks. It wouldn't be a problem, so Dennis gave in and poured him a glass of rum. After 2 drinks, Malcolm passed out. Dennis sat there and debated on what to do. He said that his gut feeling was to call for help again and get somebody out there to pick Malcolm up. But Dennis gave in to his fantasies instead and strangled Malcolm to death.
Do you think the fact that he wasn't going to give him alcohol means he really didn't have an intention of killing him? Like we said, where the alcohol was kind of the way he would weaken them. Maybe this was going to be one. He just wanted to help this guy for whatever reason.
It sounds like it.
And then once he pushed, he was like, all right, have a drink.
like, is the passed out guy his trigger? Like when he sees him passed out?
That's how I kind
He
of look
doesn't
at
seem to
this
be
one. Like,
attacking
I don't
people that
think,
are
he
lucid.
didn't target this. This guy was just sitting outside of his apartment, and he decided to help him. Excuse me, his flat.
That's right.
Kenneth was the one that was alive. That was the guy that was listening to the headphones.
Oh, that's right.
And that was a really big struggle, and Bleep was barking and everything else. So maybe
no more of that.
yeah, we just wait till they're passed out.
Do you think he had like the angel and the devil on both his shoulders telling him, kill him, fuck him. No, call the ambulance. No, strangle him, fucking chop him up and put him in the floorboard. fuck him now, fuck him.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm guessing that's what happened, yeah.
And I like to think of it as like the cartoon version where like the angel and the devil are both him, but one's dressed up like the angel. And
Oh,
one's just like the
absolutely,
devil.
yeah.
And they're just, going back and forth.
That's what happened. For sure. Interesting moral dilemma that he was going through there. Is it dangerous? He seems to kill these people even when there's been witnesses that can place them together. Like if somebody was looking for him and they talk to the paramedics, when they say, well, yeah, we last saw him with this guy, maybe go talk to him if you're looking for them.
Yeah.
It just seems careless, like everything else he's done.
and everyone he meets at the bar, I'm sure people can place them together as leaving. Oh,
Yeah,
we
going
saw
home
them
with
leave.
these guys.
Exactly. But yet no one ever, maybe no one was looking for these guys.
That's what
No
we
one
haven't gotten
questioned them.
into much of. Like, were these people being looked for? Were they part of a population like we've talked about before, where the police were just like, it happens?
Even if people did report them missing, the police weren't actively
That's what
engaged
I'm just
in
saying.
trying
Yeah,
to find
I don't
them,
know.
perhaps.
I don't know. You would think it wouldn't be hard to get to him, at least on a couple of these.
Exactly.
And then if fingers are pointing to him on a couple, now you're onto something.
From my understanding, it's very similar to Dahmer, that where the gay community, coming through these gay bars, it's very transient, and people aren't.
All right.
It's just very, very low key.
Yeah.
Nobody
wants to stand out or draw attention.
right,
All right.
and because it's transient, it's easy for someone just to disappear.
Yeah.
Especially in the early '80s, there's not a lot of social media or whatever.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. I'll abide by that.
Later on in September of 1981, Dennis's landlord told him about a new property 5 miles away because he thought Dennis might be interested in it. The landlord drove Dennis out to 23 Cranley Gardens in Muscle Hill, and Dennis accepted the offer immediately. This was a house that had been split up into an apartment building, so aside from Dennis, there were 4 other tenants living there. The ground floor was divided into 2 flats, one belonging to Jim Alcock and his girlfriend, Fiona Bridges. The other one was to a dental nurse from New Zealand named Vivian McStay and a social worker from Holland named Monique Van Ruder. The first floor was completely empty, and Dennis would be taking the small attic flat at the very top of the house.
Why would he want to do that? Doesn't seem like a lot harder to get people in and out or dispose. And
He's losing his garden and his shed and his burning area.
It doesn't make sense. Isn't it hard to put stuff under the floorboards in the attic?
Well, you would think at least like there might be seepage
Yeah.
or smells.
All right. This does not sound like a good plan.
Dave's all upset. He's like, what the fuck? You're going to blow it, man. What are you doing? All right, well, let's see where this goes.
Dennis went home to start packing, and on October 4th, 1981, he had one last fire. He burnt Malcolm's remains as well as any furniture and other items that he didn't want to take with him to the new
Burning
flat.
his furniture now.
He's like fucking taking chairs out there.
Fuck.
Well, do you want to move it, Dave? I mean, come on.
Oh, I would burn my couch before I wanted to move it.
Exactly.
100%.
Fucking, I'll buy a new one. They'll deliver it.
The following day, Dennis got together the little bit that he was taking to the Cranley Gardens, put Bleep in the car, and headed out. He swore that this was going to be a fresh start for him. He was going to stop drinking, stop with the one-night stand, stop killing. And then on November 23rd, 1981, he met 19-year-old Paul Nobbs. Did not last very long for Dennis.
Lasted one paragraph. Right. In my outline.
On that afternoon, Dennis was drinking at the Golden Lion pub.
He
and
likes the Golden Lion, huh? There are lots of Golden Lions.
he frequents the same places a lot.
I went to a couple Red Lion pubs in London.
Tasty?
Not a Golden Lion one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed the ale.
Okay. Red Lion Pub.
Red Lion pub.
Where was Gold Lion Pub like with those gay bars that he would go to typically?
I don't think so.
No,
Like,
but he was part of the gay
Sound like
scene,
it.
but then he would just also go to these other bars just to
Yeah.
fucking get blacked out.
and I don't know, what the way was back then to tell if who was gay and who wasn't. Like Jim Jones did that whole foot tap thing, like when he went to that theater, like everyone was aware of it, like the certain foot tap meant. So I don't know. Because it just doesn't seem like a time where you could just come on to someone either. Like it would be pretty risky to do.
Need good gaydar.
There has to be something like The Office.
Right.
You need that device you got to order.
So Dennis was sitting there drinking and introduced himself to Paul Nobbs. Paul was an undergraduate at the University of London, so he was on his way to a bookstore, but he decided to stop off for a couple beers before he went. Paul sat and talked to Dennis for a couple hours before he said he needed to leave and go buy his books. Dennis walked with Paul to the bookstore, and when they were leaving, Dennis invited Paul back to his flat. Paul agreed, and when they got there, he called his mother to tell her that he would be home late. He was like, going to college, but still lived at home.
Okay, yeah.
Dennis and Paul kept drinking, and eventually it caught up with Paul. So he called his mother back and told her that he was going to stay at a friend's house that night. At that point, they both climbed into Dennis's bed and started making out, but got tired and just went to sleep.
Oh, blue balls.
Exactly.
Damn.
At 2 a.m., Paul woke up feeling like he was going to throw up. He also had a really bad headache, so he went to the sink and got a glass of water. This woke up Dennis, and so he got up and helped Paul back to bed. At 6 a.m., Paul woke up and went to the bathroom and stood over the sink. He looked up at the mirror, and he saw that his eyes were bloodshot. He had red marks on his throat, and bruises were starting to form all over his face. He couldn't remember, had no memory of what could have happened to him.
Did he get drugged as well? Or is he just not a drinker and maybe he got a little crazy?
I don't know. It sounds like he was a drinker, though. If you're going to stop off, you're going to buy books, you're like, yeah, I'm going to stop off and drink some beer
true.
first.
That's true.
But we don't
That's
know.
something I would do.
We don't know Dennis to drug these people.
No?
All right, more questions and answers right now.
I agree.
Dennis looked at Paul and told him that he should go home and get some rest and pushed him downstairs and out the front door of the apartment building.
Jeez. Calm down, fella. Guy's a college student. You don't have to
Starting
be
to have
mean.
concerns about Dennis's behavior now.
Paul made his way to the University of London for his scheduled classes, and when he walked in, his professor immediately was like, you need to go to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Once Paul got to the hospital, doctors told him, clearly someone strangled you. Like, what can you remember? Paul didn't want the embarrassment of admitting to everyone that he had been sexually assaulted by Dennis Nilsen. So he came up with a story about how he was mugged on his way home from the bookstore, but he couldn't remember much because he was drunk. And that's where we'll pick back up on part 3.
Dennis is really trying to turn himself around.
He had a mix up with Paul here. This kind of it was a bump in the road for the fresh start.
He stopped himself.
His
though.
third fresh start
Yeah.
at this point.
Look, when you let go and let God, there's no limit to the number of fresh starts that you can have. I feel like part 3, he's really going to turn his life around.
I'm looking forward to finding out what happens. It's a real page turner. Now I got to wait a whole week and find out.
This is some fucked up shit, man. Oof.
It's next level.
It really is. When you said Dahmer, you're right.
That's very similar.
In part 3, we'll get into the rest of Dennis's activities and how he disposed of his future victims living on the top floor of that flat.
It's going to get wild.
Yeah, he clogged some pipes.
Oh, boy. All right.
That's why we brought up the specific people that lived there, because they were not a fan of not being able to use their toilets.
I'm not a fan of that either.
I wouldn't like that one single bit. Isn't it's the bathrooms? It's the loo there, right? The loo.
Where's the loo? It's always in the basement.
Is
At the
a loo-
pubs. You always got to walk down the stairs.
Is a loo the bathroom or the toilet?
I think it's the bathroom.
Okay. I don't recall having to go to the basement to use the loo. I
Most of
remember
the pubs I went to,
troughs.
they were in the basement.
Did you have the troughs?
There's some troughs,
We had
yeah.
some troughs. For a nervous peer, that was a little rough go. Gotta just hope no one's in the bathroom, and then if no one is, try to start before someone walks in.
And turn the water on the faucet when you walk in there. Maybe that'll help.
I've never done that because then like someone else is gonna come in and be like, "What the fuck's going on? Like, this is weird," and then I'll be more nervous about that, and then I won't be able to go.
That makes sense.
Playing out these scenarios in my head. Well, that's a part 2. It's a heavy stuff.
This guy's out of control.
I don't know how you just go about your life like normal.
He's like, he's like an executive at work, running the shop. Well, let me go have a couple beers at the Golden Lion tonight.
Yeah, right.
Next thing you know, hey, you're going into floorboards.
Yeah, I mean, in part 3, we brought up how he was that executive. He got that chief position. We'll see in part 3. Part 3 will be when he is actually promoted after working there his whole time. So nobody had any idea that he was doing this kind
They
of stuff.
liked him too, right? Mm-hmm. He's a well-liked guy, quiet guy, but they liked him.
Yeah.
He looks harmless too.
He really
Not
does.
someone. He's very disarming looking. I think not someone that he would be afraid to, go home and hang out with. I guess.
Yeah.
He obviously didn't have trouble finding people that were interested in him. Like I know that the fantasy is having a dead body, but he didn't have a problem talking to guys and getting them to go home with him.
He got laid when he wanted to. He had his one night stands.
Mm-hmm.
Like he probably could have had a legitimate relationship and someone that would have stuck around.
Dahmer could have too. He never had an issue finding guys.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy, Dahmer.
If only he'd have taken like Blippy to the dog park, right? Meet a nice.
Blippy.
What's his name? Bleep. Bleepy.
Blippy.
Blippy.
Blippy, blippy, blippy.
Take whatever that stupid dog's name is to the dog park.
Yeah,
Meet a nice gentleman there.
sure.
The golden retriever or
Bleep,
something.
bleep, 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 bleep.
Okay. Well, anything else for this part?
Well, I hope we cryogenically froze Bleep whenever his time came so we can unfrost him when we discover how to make dogs talk and he can tell us the story. 'Cause that'd be awesome. I can't even imagine how this thing ends up. You've laid some good teasers for next week, but this is some fucked up shit. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And we'll save, obviously, final thoughts for then. What do we have for Patreon?
Thank you to new patrons Taylor Graham, Lore, at Jelly Rogue, Karen Ousley, Telly Oates, Alex Zirkle, Eric Garcia, Joseph Bigby, Zach Zinn, Theodore Mosley, Tyler Espy, Darren, Lauren Rain, Carl Monday found the clit. You bet your ass he did. He found everything he was looking for.
Is there a question?
I mean,
Come on.
Sheila Swingle, Colin Cronin, Carol Keel, Saiji, Einid Helpbot, Ryan, Diddy Axman, Rachel Elizabeth, Dominic Flisk, Andrew Hendricks, Cece from the Block, Mickey, Philip Bishop, Goose and Live, Octavia Keys, Damian Hubbard, Now Go Nom My Hog,
Now go nom my hog.
Now Go Nom My Hog.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Rob, also Dave, Cassie Amberger, Take Me to Your Wiener, Corey Sampson, Andy Barnett, Just Jamie, Cleo Calendar. You say Mike's butthole, I say penis koozie. Well, it says cozy. I think they meant koozie.
Well,
You say Mike's butthole, I say penis cozy.
only people who know how to spell enter my butthole. So. Sorry, pal. I don't allow idiots to butt fuck me.
Nicole Radnich Burgess, Nexus, and James Kohler. Thank you so much, new patrons.
Ian, what do you got?
For iTunes, I just have one for Ha TV. Thank you.
All right. Any international or military shout outs, Dave?
I do have one international shout out for
Be fucking Canada or something. Like, oh, thanks.
it's DVSCNT from Australia. Is that devious cunt? I'm not sure.
We'll go with that. If it's not, you just ruined them by calling them a devious cunt.
That's what I get out of there. The review is titled Necro, and the review is, well, they don't suck. 5 stars. So thank you, devious cunt from
Hey.
Australia.
Thanks, DJ.
Go have a
Scott.
Foster's on us.
You don't suck either. Which probably upsets your boyfriend, but
I do have one other shout out.
go for it.
We got a box of t-shirt swag, t-shirts and hoodies in the mailbox the other day from Bateson Nation. And it says 3 Fucko Sisters in parentheses. So 3 Fucko Sisters from Bateson Nation. Thank you very much. There's some...
That's a lot of
It's an interesting
t-shirts.
box
Yeah.
of horror t-shirts and all kinds of cool shit. So I don't know where you guys came up with this stuff, but thank you so much.
Super cool.
Really cool stuff.
They cleared out Spencer Gifts. With all those horror t-shirts.
The Chucky shirts. There's Evil Dead sweatshirts. There's
I think I saw a Halloween 2 shirt in there
Yeah.
or a Halloween
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And there's
There's
an
a Freddy one that I think I'm taking.
Texas
when I go home.
Chainsaw shirt.
did you say the hoodie, the Evil Dead hoodie?
Evil Dead hoodie.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, really cool. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Anything else?
That's all I got, man.
All right. Good stuff. What is it? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I feel like I'm missing something.
Inquiries at necronomipod.com is
Yes.
where your show suggestions should go.
And show suggestions only there. It's for requests.
Inquiries at necronomipod.com. Don't send them anywhere else. Send them there.
Send them there.
So they get added to the list.
And only send those there. Inquiries at necronomipod.com. Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Necronomipod. Amazon.com. Search Necronomipod for all of our merch. Patreon.com/Necronomipod for all of the bonus content.
all of it.
All
of it.
And Necronomicpod.com is our official site. You could still get stickers there, right, Dave?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Stickers available. People like the stickers the most.
Do they? Should I run a Veterans Day sale on that thing? It'll be up
which
till
will
New Year's.
Which will run to the end of the year. We might
Don't
as
even
well.
have to do a Christmas
What
sale.
if we just did a Veterans Day holiday sale, run it for the rest of the year? We'll start it in November, and then we'll just let it go through.
I think that makes sense.
I don't know. It always seems like people want stickers more than like shirts and koozies and hats and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
People love this. We're always getting pictures of people like with their stickers
Yeah,
posted.
I love it. Put them everywhere. If you
all
see a
right.
police car in your town, slap it on there.
All right. So what's our what's our typical sticker price?
I have no idea. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Maybe I'll raise it to 11.11.
I was going to say,
for
so
Veterans
whatever
Day.
it is, it's going to be 11.11 for a 3-pack. I think it'll be like $1 cheap more because it's usually I think like $10 for a 3-pack.
Well, we'll do free shipping though.
Yeah.
No, we'll work something out.
All right. Yeah, so look for that. Necronomipod.com for the stickers.
All right, you guys ready for the cool down beer?
Cheers.